Welcome, yogi, to this chair yoga class. This is a fully seated and standing class. No getting down to the floor necessary. This class is designed to help strengthen the legs, to help improve balance. I've found over the years of sharing chair yoga in the studio that my students have found the most improvement in their balance when they've spent some time strengthening muscles in their legs. So that's what we're going to do today. All you need is a sturdy chair. And if you have a block, grab one. If you don't have one, it's not the end of the world. The practice is totally fine without it. So we're going to meet sitting on our chairs. I'll see you there. We'll begin by taking 3 deep breaths together. If you'd like to close down your eyes and sit with good posture. Shoulders slightly back, crown lifting high. Breathe into your belly, a full breath in. And a slow breath out, if you can, in and out through your nose. Just settling into your seat for your practice. Deep breath in. And easy breath out. One more of those, please, yogi. Deep breath in. Slowly out. We'll start with some sun salutations to get your body moving before moving into the leg strengthening part of our session. Circle your hands up. Big breath in, look up. Pop your right hand to the chair at your side, left hand over the top. Stretch into your side of your ribs and your spine. Inhale, right hand goes up. Left hand goes down right over the top. Inhale, back up to the sky, reaching high. Exhale, elbows wide. Lift up your chest, squeeze your elbows back, arching your back. Exhale, squeeze your forearms as close as they'll go together. Stretch straight up to the sky, reaching through your fingertips. And fold forwards, hands down to the floor or to your blocks. So you can always pop a block between your feet if the floor feels a little too far away, or if you're comfortable reaching for the floor, go ahead and pop your hands down to it. Relax your spine, relax your hips. Keep your left hand on the floor, right hand to your knee. Turn your chest to the right, a twist for your back. Exhale the right hand down. Left hand to left knee, turn your chest to the left and twist. Relax down. Stand, sit up tall, take your hands overhead. Bring your right knee up, hold on to it with both hands. Squeeze it in close and circle your right ankle. Go around one way, about 3 or 4 times, and go back the other way. Start to warm up your legs. Release your right knee. Take a hold of your left, bring it up close to your chest, circle. Just a few rotations one way. Still breathing deeply, and a few rotations the other way. Good. Release your left foot, circle your hands overhead. Right hand down on your exhale, reach over the top with your left. Inhale the right up. Left down and right over the top. Inhale, both hands overhead. And exhale, elbows wide. Back bend. Inhale, your chest lifts. Shoulders squeeze back. Forearms hug together. Straight up to the sky, breathe in. Fold forwards when you exhale. Right hand to your right knee, turn to the right. And relax it down. Left hand on your left knee, press down. Turn your chest to the left. And back down. Circle both hands overhead, big breath in. Reach for your right knee, pick it up, bring it close. This time point and flex, so your toes point down, flex your foot up. Point your toes down, flex your foot up. One more time. That's it. And up and release. Hold on to your left knee, bring it up close. Flex your foot, point your toes. Good, flex and point down to the ground. So you should feel your calves start to work in this as you're moving your foot. Really squeeze that lower leg. Good, release. Circle your hands up. Final round. Right hand down, left over the top to your side stretch. Inhale back up. Left hand down, right over. And back up. Elbows wide. Chest up, heart open. Forearms really close, widen across your upper back. Stretch your hands up high and fold forwards. Hands down to your block or the floor. Right hand to the knee, or if you want a little bigger stretch this time, right hand up to the sky. And let's release that down. Left hand on your left knee, turn to the left. Or if you want that bigger stretch, left hand can reach up, drawing your left shoulder onto your back and back down. Sit up, hands overhead, hands to your right knee, hug it close, point your foot but flex your toes, point your toes, flex your foot, scrunch your toes, stretch them out, point your toes and your foot, flex just your toes and point them again. Good, release, same thing on the other side, hug your left knee nice and close, point your foot, flex just your toes, point them again, flex your foot, scrunch up your toes, stretch them out, and point. Good. Well done, yogi. Release there, please. Take a deep breath in, sit up tall, and sigh out. Let's make our way up to standing. If you'd like to come around your chair, we'll move your chair around to your right-hand side for a start. Just slightly off your mat, but still on enough so that it's not going to slide away from you. Put your left hand on your hip, right hand on the chair for balance, so we're not going to lose our balance here. We'll lift up to tiptoes. Squeeze your calf muscles, get really high, and softly lower down. It's normal to wobble in this, so if you feel yourself toppling over, just catch yourself, do your best, heels high, squeeze your calves, and soften down. We're using the chair for stability here. 3 more times. Lift high, squeeze your calves, and exhale down. Lift up high, stretch the bottom of the feet, rocking into the toes, and back down. Last one, we'll lift and lower down. Right hand stays on the chair, left hand can remain on your hip. Lift your left heel up. Make sure you're balanced through the 4 corners of your right foot. We're going to lift your left knee up as high as you can. So as you pick it up, try to get up high and tap your toes down. A nice slow controlled movement here, please, yogi. Lift your left knee up as high as possible and then down. Good. 3 more times. So this is helping to strengthen your quad and psoas, the muscles responsible for lifting your feet up when you walk. This helps to build your balance strength as well. And down. 1 more time. Lift it high, and this time we'll hold for a count of 5. Keep your right leg straight and strong. Left knee as high as possible. 4. Chest is up. 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Pop your toes down and then step that same left foot back. I ran out of mat there, but it's okay. Lift your chest up and keep your left leg straight. Bend your right knee, coming into a lunge. We'll just stretch out those same muscles you were working. Left hand up to the sky. Well done. Hand down to the hip, step your way forwards. Sides strength now, keeping your right hand still on the chair, left hand still on your hip and standing tall. The temptation in this pose is to lean to counter the work, so that if you lean, you won't be using your muscles as much. So you need to try and stay upright as much as you can. You'll lift your left foot, keep your foot flexed, stand straight up and lift that left foot out to the side. You might also be tempted to turn your toes up to the sky. Try and resist that. Keep them facing straight forwards and down. Stay up tall. Try and lean a little left to counter this work. You should feel this in the outer left leg and down. You may also feel the work in the right leg. Lift up in the right hip as you're stabilizing and down. 2 more, please. Lift as high as you're able to and down. And last one, lift, hold, 5, stand tall, 4, 3, remember to breathe, please, yogi, 2, and 1, well done. And down we go. Give your right leg a little rest for a moment. And the next one is hamstring strength. You'll be lifting your heel towards your bum. I'll turn sideways so you can see how this works for a moment. You're going to lift your left toes, put them on the ground behind you so your knees stay adjacent to one another. Don't lift the leg back as you do this. Keep your knees next to one another. And lift your heel, pointing your toes towards your bum. And then tap your toes down. We'll do this 4 more times. It's a lift of the heel towards your bum and down. If this makes your hamstring cramp, you're definitely engaging a hamstring. You might need to give it a rest. Lift your heel to your bum, stand tall and down. Resist the urge to lean forwards. Lift it, or to lift the knee forward. Sometimes that happens too. Keep them next to each other. This last one, we'll give it a little lift and a squeeze and then back down. Well done, yogi. Release from here and move your chair over to the other side of your mat, or stand to the other side of your chair. We'll put our left hand on the chair, right hand on your hip. Stand up tall. Same thing again. Rise up high to your tiptoes and down. Rise up high to your toes. Exhale, slowly descend. Really feel your calf muscles engage with this, yogi. Lift high, squeeze your calves and maybe even your glutes a bit, and down. Strengthening your feet too, which help with your balance. And down. And 1, going up high, squeezing calves and glutes and quads, and back down. Keeping your right hand on your hip, left hand on the chair for balance. Lift your right knee up high as you're able to, and down. If you wobble out, it's okay. Just drawing back in again. Lift high and down. Keeping your breath nice and even. Lift it up high. Left leg remains straight and down. And lift and down. Last one. Lift up high. Hold up high. Chest is up. Corners of the mouth are up. 5. Shoulders are back. 4. Left leg straight. 3, 2, 1. Well done, yogi. Release down and carefully step back to a lunge. Right foot back. Left knee bent. Chest is upright. Right hand can be overhead if you want. We're here simply to stretch those muscles back out that we were just using. Take a deep breath. Use the chair for stability under your left hand. And we'll release the hand to your hip. Step forwards. Remember, resist the urge to lean left. You're going to stay as upright as you're able to. Use these outer leg muscles. Lift your right foot, keep it flexed. It hovers above the ground. Toes remain facing straight forwards as you lift the foot up to the side and down. So they might want to turn out. Today, you're going to keep them forwards. Lift and down. Lift and down. It's almost like you feel like you have to lean to the right to compensate for the desire to lean left. Strengthening the outer left leg, the stabilizers. 2, lift and hold. 5, chest is up. 4, you can do it. 3, 2, and 1. Well done, yogi. Release down, give your left leg a little twirl through your ankle. And we'll do that same hamstring engagement we did on the other side. So remember, knees stay close. It doesn't lift forwards nor go back. They'll stay adjacent to one another. Put your right toes on the floor behind you and lift your heel towards your bum. And tap your toes down. I'll turn sideways so you can see it. Heel towards your bum and down. And lift and down. Just 2 more, please. Do your best you can today. That's always enough. Your best effort is always enough, yogi. 1 more time. Lift and down. Well done. And release. We'll switch up now. Put the chair in front of you with your chair seat facing you. You're going to put your hands onto the chair seat. I'm going to turn sideways for you right now so that you can see what we're doing clearly. But you can still be the same way on your mat. So your hips are right over your feet and your shoulders are directly over your wrists. Your hands are spread wide so you've got stability. And we're going to balance on the left foot. Take your right foot back and then lift that foot. Point your toes and squeeze into the glute to lift the leg high. And toes tap down. We'll do 4 more of these. A strong lift as high as you can. Keep your belly lifted and down. And lift. Strong core, strong right glute and left leg. And lift and down. That's it. 1 more time, we lift. And while you're up high, lift your belly up. Keep strong. Arms are straight. Do 5 little pulses. 5, 4, just a little movement. 3, 2, 1. Cross your ankles. and fold forwards. It might be that your fold is halfway down. You might feel comfortable once again using your block that you had near the beginning. You might be able to reach your hands to the floor. Wherever you feel comfortable, your right ankle is crossed behind your left. Tailbone high. We'll uncross and we'll do the same thing the other way. So your feet are under you, hands are on the chair, left toes go back. Lift your belly, lift your left heel up as high as you can and tap them down. Lift and engage, strong core, strong right leg and down. 3. You're doing great, yogi. Keep breathing. And 2, lift and down. Last one we hold up, lift. 5, pulse. 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax into a cross-legged fold. Cross your left ankle behind your right. Bend your elbows, lift your tailbone up. And maybe you hold high. Maybe you bend your elbows a little lower. Don't force anything. Once you start to feel a stretch in your outer left leg, that's working just right. Take a deep breath. Make your way up to the chair. Uncross your legs. Move your block out of the way if you are using it, and make your way up to standing once again. We'll put the chair just to the side of us like we did at the start, out to your right hand side. Let's try our balance. Left hand on the hip. For a start, left foot in front of right, like you're on a tightrope. Put both weight through both feet, please, yogis. So rock forwards and back a little bit. Straighten up, lift your chest. And see whether maybe we'll let go of the left hand, put it to the side. You might need your right hand on the chair, or you might be okay hovering your fingertips. Chest is up, breathe deeply, hold. 4, 3, if you wobble, have another go. 2, it's all part of it. And 1, well done, release. Hold on to the chair again if you let go, and step your foot back. Balancing once again on your right foot, turn your left knee out to the side. You can keep your toes on the ground, especially if it's relatively new to you, or if balance is particularly difficult. Toes on the ground can help you start to establish balance, hands out to the side. If you feel comfortable here, you can try putting your foot on your calf. Resist the urge to let that right hip jut right. Hug it back to the middle. Use your strong legs that you were just creating. Squeeze your glute, a little lift in the core too, shoulders back. Feel like your crown's reaching to the sky. And if you can have one finger on the chair, that's great. If you need your whole hand there, that's great too. Maybe you feel comfortable enough, balanced enough to hover. Give it your best. 5. Set your eyes at something in front of you that's not moving, a steady gaze. 4. Closing the eyes can be disorientating, so keep them open. 3. Heart lifts. 2. 1. And release carefully back to the mat. Switch your chair to the other side. Do those same 2 poses the other way. So we'll step right foot in front of the left. You can have your hands hip or to the side. Use as many fingers holding onto the chair as you need in your left hand while you get balanced. Rock forwards and back. Find balance through both feet. Strengthen the legs. Chest up, look forwards, something that's not moving. Maybe you feel comfortable holding the chair. Maybe you feel comfortable letting go. 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done. Hand back to the chair while you switch positions. You can place your right toes on the ground. Open that right knee out to the right. Hug that left hip, over to the left, to the right, to the middle. Lift your chest up. And if you'd like to lift your heel up to your calf, you may, of course, do that. Use the chair for stability for a start while you get settled. No sudden movements. Set your eyes steady. And if you do choose to lift your hand, do so slowly so that you've got time to adjust your balance. Your feet are always moving in balance. You feel like you're going side to side. We're not statues still. 4, I am counting, I promise. 3, so it's okay to feel those differences in your foot. 2, try to relax your toes a bit so they're not too tense. 1, get and release out. Well done, yogi. Let's turn the chair to face you for one more moment, one more stretch before we sit once again. Now put your hands onto the chair and your right foot to the right. Slide your left foot back or step it back, and you'll come into a lizard stretch. Okay, so we're going to keep the chest up to stretch the front of your left leg out here. I'm going to turn to the side so you can see this once again. So the foot's out to the side of a chair, the hands are there for stability, and the left foot is back, chest is up. So this is where you're stretching through this left hip flexor. Take another deep breath. You're still strengthening your legs while you're in this pose. Lean forwards, shimmy that back foot in. And let's do the same thing on the other side. Put your left foot out to the side, step your right back. Slide it back until you feel just the right amount of distance between your feet, not too far that you couldn't get back up. Lift your chest, let your hips drop forwards and down, and breathe. Well done. Lift your hips a bit, step that back foot in. Good. And we'll take a seat. So pop your chair facing forwards. Sit your way onto it. Fell back. There we go. Stretch your hip. Place your right ankle onto your left knee. If this is a little bit too much for your knee or your hip, you can cross lower down if that feels better for your body. So listen to what your body tells you. There should be no pain in the hip or the knee as you do this. Sit up tall, flex your right foot, and with that long spine, that lengthened heart, lean forwards. It doesn't have to be a lot to feel this outer right hip or the glute stretch. Take a few breaths here. We'll sit our way up. Unhook your right foot, stretch it out straight. I have to shimmy forwards on my chair, usually for this to be effective. Left knee is straight over the ankle, right foot flexed. Lengthen your spine once again, sit up extra tall and start to lean forwards. Both hands rest on your left knee. And as you flex your right foot strongly, you'll stretch your hamstring and your calf back out. Take 3 more deep breaths here. And sit your way up, slide your right foot in. Left ankle over your right knee. And like I mentioned on the other side, if this doesn't feel possible for you today, or if it hurts your hip or your knee, cross your ankle over the ankle. Okay. Sit up tall, chest high, lengthen your back and lean forwards. Lead as if you're sending your sternum forwards over your shin. Keep your breath nice and full. Stretch your left glute. Lovely, yogi. Sit up. Stretch your left foot straight forwards. Make sure you're closest to the edge of your seat so you'll be able to access the hamstring and calf stretch. Right heel underneath your right knee. Sit up. Breathe in. Hands over your right knee. Rest in there as you flex your left foot. Lead your chest forwards. If you round your back, you'll feel less of a stretch in this pose. So keeping it almost like you're arching it a little bit will be more effective. One more full breath in this. Well done, yogi. Sit your way up. Slide your left foot in. Right hand to your left knee, left hand behind you. An easy twist to the left. Look back past your shoulder. Back to the center. Take your left hand across to your right knee, right hand behind you on the chair. Turn to the right and look back. And back to the center. You're going to shimmy back on your chair and take a comfortable seat. Just lean back into it. Place your hands, palms facing up. Heels right underneath your knees. Make sure everything feels comfortable. If you would rather lie down for a few minutes, you can do so. Relax your legs, from your toes to your knees to your hips. Soften any tension from your belly, from your shoulders and your arms all the way down to your fingertips. And relax any tension from your face, from your jaw, from your forehead. Let yourself spend a few moments in stillness to complete your practice. Feeling your breath having returned to normal, a natural rhythm, a natural depth. Lift your hands up to a prayer position. Rest them together in front of your heart in Namaskar here, thanking yourself for taking time to move your body today. Take time for your body, your breath, and for a few moments in stillness. If you'd like a little longer in Savasana, feel welcome to stay here. If you're ready to complete your practice, take a deep breath in and a long breath out. Thank you for your practice, yogi. Namaste.